It's another cold week in January, and I feel like the luckiest girl in the world because my area was blessed with snow once more. And it's days like these where I just want to cuddle up next to my window, watch the snow fall, and create. So that's what I did. It's so funny, by late summer and early fall, I'm already dreading the winter ahead. And if I knew that winter was going to be like this, filled with snow and slow, cozy days where I get to create, I think I would have been a little bit more excited. I feel like each year I find a new way, a better way to learn how to manage through these colder months, and it's something that I'm grateful for. I think it's a testament that maybe, perhaps, I am growing as a person. But lately, on these slower, colder days, I have been trying to sort of lean into myself, lean into my needs, and listen to my heart. And I think for so long, I have been so drawn to these faster, warmer paced months with longer days that I forgot to see the beauty in the months that are slower, with the shorter days, the cozier moments, and the times where you get to reflect and find yourself again. And this winter, I feel like I've been truly finding myself, not only as a person, but as an artist, leaning into what styles I'm drawn to, what I want to incorporate into my work. And it's something that I feel like I haven't embraced in the past winters. But maybe that's for a reason. I believe a lot of things in our lives happen for a reason. And I think that this winter, this time in my life, I have been seeking just change and curiosity. I've been asking myself questions, wondering why I create a certain way, and not in a way that it's putting myself down, but just moving with more curiosity of what if I did something this way? What if I pushed myself past my limits? And I feel like with my art, I've been trying to also create more immersive pieces that incorporate a person in an environment, which is what I'm working on right now. And yeah, it's been lovely. I think that as we continue to grow and evolve as people, it's really important for us to ask ourselves these kinds of questions, especially as artists, because I oftentimes feel that the work that we create is a mirror into our hearts, a mirror into our own little universes inside. And that's something I want to embrace. I think for a long time, getting to know myself was something that I was afraid of. And I feel, for once, for almost the first time since I was a kid, this level of curiosity and excitement when it comes to getting to know all that encompasses Sydney. And, yeah, it's really exciting. And so, even though this is a very personal journey, I encourage you to ask yourself questions and to continue to get to know yourself as an artist and as a person.
Hello friends, it's a brand new day and I've actually been spending some time working on a new mug design and I finished it, so I want to show you how it looks.
So this is what she is looking like. This is February's design and oh my goodness, I love it so much. I think it looks so good.
And even though I have been working on personal art all day, for some reason I just did not feel like picking up the camera. It felt like a point of resistance, but it also felt like a point of guilt. But either way, I'm gonna leave a little time-lapse video here so that you can see at least the time-lapse of how it all came to life in the journey that happened. But I love it. I think for February, I want the plant or the theme of the month to be the peony, because peony is often associated with the flower of love, and so I feel like it's perfect for February because it can be self-love. It can represent you loving someone in your life, like your mom, your partner, your family in general, your friends. So I feel like it's a beautiful design. I also like that it's not so on to the point. Like, it's not so pink and red. And what you'll see is in my time-lapse video, in the earlier points, I actually started off with pink peonies, but I'm really happy I switched it up because I wanted something that just felt a little bit more neutral, but still conveyed that sort of message in a way. I don't know. I wanted to still feel timeless and not too pink, not too pinky. I'm gonna go ahead and order my transfers, and I'm super excited because I started this today, so it feels really good to finish it today, especially because it is the 22nd of the month, which I feel like January went by so quickly. So it feels really good to be able to have this done, know what my theme is so that I can do my illustration. And I think I might do another sticker sheet following the same color palette and everything. But yeah, I'm so excited. Here is one final look at her. She looks so cute. I love her. The colors are just so good.
I've noticed that when I work digitally, I can't contain my excitement when it comes to printing out my work and holding it in my hands for the first time. It's such a beautiful, intimate, and rewarding experience.
Guys, we got the transfers and I'm so excited. I guess I don't have too much to yap about, so let's just go ahead and see what they look like. Yay! As you can see on the outside here, it's just the wisteria, but I'm really interested in the new design. So yes, let's do this. Is what the designs are looking like. Of course, we have the wisteria, which is so cute, and then we have the peony, which, oh my goodness, it's so sophisticated looking and exciting. I'm excited to see how it turns out.
I must admit that when I saw this beautiful little design that I created, I was extremely excited. I think there's nothing like creating art in your favorite colors. As simple as that may sound, I have found that when I create art that balances that mix between warm and cool, those greens, the teals, the orange, I just feel so balanced, so alive, so happy, so fulfilled. And to create a mug design that encapsulated all of that just made me feel so happy as a little artist and so excited to see how it would translate on a mug. And each time that I make my mugs, I feel like I am making a gift for myself, especially because, you know, the first one is usually for me to see how I like it, for me to use it. And yeah, so I think that this particular design has felt like a gift to myself. I think that because this mug design came so spontaneously, so just out of the blue, so from the heart, that in a way I sort of gifted myself a design that I felt like I deeply, deeply needed. And I know that sounds so silly, but I think as artists, we have to fill our own cups first, and then the people who resonate with that, they are all ultimately seen full from maybe seeing the work that we create. And oftentimes it's easy to get caught up in what would somebody else like, what does somebody else need, that we forget about our own. And with this piece, I feel like I really leaned back into what I love, my creative eye, and I created a design that I really, 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 really love. And I'm so happy.
Guys, take a look at this mug. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. It is so pretty. It is, oh wow. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's so many things I want to say. But yes, look how pretty she is. I am so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, so let me give you guys the spiel, because there's a spiel. So when I finished that design, I was like, okay, that design would look really good as like wallpaper. It would look really good as like literally anything But like a mug, would it look good on a mug? And it does. I think it looks beautiful. I am so happy. And I feel like haven't had this feeling. I love all my designs, but I feel like I haven't had this feeling since the blue chrysanthemum mug, like since I made my first mug. I don't know, there's just something so special about this. And I'm so happy, and I'm so happy I get to share this moment with you. So yeah, okay, let me also show you the other mugs that I've made. It was a successful mug making day. All right, so I made 2 of these wisteria mugs. Look at them go. They look so pretty. And then I also made 1 lemon mug for a customer too. So that's awesome. I'm really happy. I feel like this is the first time, so surprising, right? This is the first time that I've actually like intended to make 4 mugs and came out with 4 mugs. A lot of times I just like mess up and it's a lot. And I will say, I did mess up. Like these ones are B grade mugs, right? They still look pretty good, but I'll probably, once February hits, I have a whole bunch of wisteria B grades actually. I'll probably like just start putting them on my site and people can just snag them if they want to. Cause like for this one, it's literally just, this bit is misaligned. I'm not even sure if you can see that, but yeah, so there's just like little things about it, little things that just weren't exactly the way that I wanted them to be. But I don't know if that means that they're not sellable. Like this one has like a little bit of texture on the end. May have some little missing petals here and there. Cause like I've noticed that working on mugs that are so detailed like this can sometimes make it tricky. But then those moments where I messed these 2 up, because I did these 2 first, I was able to learn from my mistakes, and that's why I do a peeling up motion so I can make sure that everything catches, and if it doesn't, I can squeegee again, instead of just like trying to like just roll it onto there. So that's what I learned. I feel like I always learn something new, especially with these mugs. It's just, I know some of you may be a little bit tired of hearing me say it. It's just, it's a learning experience, and it's a lot, but it's also so rewarding when you come out with mugs that you're happy with, and I'm so happy. So now I have the mugs I need for my orders. I have a few orders I want to pack. I may take a little break and just enjoy life for a minute. But yeah, I'm just happy I get to show you this. I also should probably clean up, but let's just have one last moment with this beauty. She's so pretty. I love her so much. Okay. I hope you like her too. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, you know? Let me know. I love hearing you guys' opinions and your thoughts, and yeah, I just want to know, because maybe it's just a me mug. Maybe it's not for everyone, but I love it so much.
So in honor of making this beautiful me mug, I think that's what I'm gonna call it now, it was time to make myself a little cup of coffee, something cozy, something to enjoy. And I want this to segue into, I want to encourage you to listen to your heart and to give yourself what you need, whether that's creatively just making something you enjoy or anything. But listen to your heart and don't underestimate that little inner voice that is telling you something. Especially as artists, I think that we find the most fulfillment from expressing ourselves and letting our voices, our true voices, be seen and heard through our art. And so I don't want you to underestimate that today, because it's so easy to get caught up in what other people would like. But your voice, what you like, what you're drawn to matters, and it'll ultimately draw other like-minded people to you too. But even more than that, it'll draw you closer to yourself, which I think is beautiful, and I think is necessary as our experience as humans. So
mentioned that I wanted to pack orders last night, but I needed some much needed rest. So I actually decided to take some time to rest. And it's really funny because there was this level of guilt that I felt for resting. I feel like there's always things that we could be doing in our lives, and it's easy to feel like we're not doing enough. But something that I feel like, the only thing that I feel like is really fleeting is this current moment, and that's why I feel like we should embrace it. So I guess last night I just needed to just live and be in the moment and be cuddled up and not worry. And it was hard. It was really, really hard. I still did some prepping for packing orders, but I'm still figuring out how to accept and embrace this idea of slowness without feeling so much guilt, you know? But yeah, I think being present in this current moment is something that is really important, something that isn't emphasized enough as well. So yeah, anyway, that's something that I really want to continue to work on. It's just not feeling guilty for resting. Resting is important. Resting is productive. It's necessary. And you know, they always say slow and steady wins the race, and slow and steady can be paying attention to your needs and all of those things. So I know I'm just kind of yapping. This is just what was on my mind, but yeah. Also, love how this mug looks with the coffee in it. It's so cute. I think it's my favorite. Someone commented on my threads the other day saying that the lemon one is still their favorite, and I completely get it because I feel like we all have a connection to lemons. While for me, peonies have been one of my favorite flowers for a while. So to create something that is like my favorite color palette with one of my favorite flowers, I think is just a personal favorite. And I've noticed that with as an artist, oftentimes the thing that I like the most, the pieces I like the most, aren't the ones that everybody else likes the most. But that is okay. I think it was still pretty well received. Like you guys seem to still like this one. It just wasn't your favorite, which is still okay. It's good. It feels good to create something that I resonate deeply with, and that is my favorite. I feel like this is gonna be the mug that I pick up the most. And yeah, I also started thinking, is there gonna be a point where I have too many mugs? But maybe we'll just not think about that, because I thought about that with hoodies, and I wear all my hoodies, so it's really funny how that works. But yeah, okay, so I have prepared so many mugs over here, all the ones I want to pack, and I also have the boxes. Oops. I also have the boxes, the thank you cards, like everything that would go into each one. And so I'm gonna go ahead and at least put all the mugs in their boxes and move forward with that.
When it comes into leaning into my own needs, something that I realized is that during these winter months, and maybe just in general, I've needed to slow down. And it doesn't mean that I am not productive. I think we should clear this up. Slowness, rest, and going at your own pace is productive, and not conforming to what pace you feel like you should be going at is productive, and doing what feels right is productive. But something that I have been focusing on is the little task, and just taking things one step at a time and not moving too fast, and enjoying and savoring every little moment. And it's so funny because when I say this out loud, it feels so self-explanatory, but I don't know. Right now, I just feel like it's something that I have needed to remind myself. Slow down. It's okay. Embrace this moment. You're not running out of time. And so I want to extend this reminder to you to slow down and embrace those little moments, and to savor those little beautiful things, because those things are what make life beautiful, in my opinion. And we can spend so much of our lives just running and feeling like we're running out of time. And then at the end of it, then what, you know? I think that there's just something beautiful about just being and allowing yourself to exist and giving yourself that permission. And I think that with every task that I've been taking part of these days, I have been allowing myself to exist. And I've also just been entertaining and listening to those sides of myself that I would normally shut away, like the side of myself that would need rest, or the side of myself that would want to slow down, or the side of myself that wants to create the things that I want and not care about what anybody else thinks. And to listen to that side of myself has been something that is so fulfilling and has felt so nurturing, and has honestly been that level of love, that level of self-intimacy that I feel like I have been missing. And it's crazy how we can sometimes shut away our inner voice, even though that inner voice is a part of us and it matters. So yeah, I know this got really deep, but I guess the moral of the story is to listen to yourself, listen to your needs, and that inner voice that you hear is an important one and shouldn't be shut away just because of your own ideas of productivity, of what you should be creating, or whatever. You should listen to all of yourself, because all of yourself is valid, all of yourself is beautiful, all of yourself is worthy of taking up space. And yeah, that's something that I have been embracing these days, and I hope that you can and that you are embracing that too, because you are worthy of embracing every part of yourself. Yeah. Hello, my beautiful friends. I hope you've been enjoying this video so far, but something I feel like you could kind of tell in this video and probably the video before is that I haven't been doing very much drawing lately. Like, I've been doing a lot of artsy things, but I haven't really been drawing. And you know, for me, there's been this feeling, this level of guilt between me like not drawing, sorry, the sun's in my eye, between me not drawing and feeling like I need to push myself to do that. But recently I feel like I've been sort of allowing myself to explore different avenues of my life, different interests, and it's really cool because I don't know, I think in times where I find myself not necessarily burnt out but needing creative rest, I lean into different parts of myself and different interests, and I get to learn new things about myself. And like, one of those things has been leaning into more of the athletic side, and I've never considered myself to be athletic. I am not an athletic girly. I am not a coordinated girly whatsoever. But I realize I am very interested in like flexibility and in running and in pushing my body and reaching milestones with what my body can do. Like, one of my goals on my vision board is to be able to do a handstand, a headstand, like really push my body to do really cool things and to feel strong in that way. And I feel like I've always had like this negative relationship with the gym because of like, it gets me into this toxic mindset of how I view my body and if I'm making improvements. But when you can see your improvement through functional things, through like doing a headstand, being able to squat down and pick things up easier, feeling less tension in your shoulders, like, I don't know, like functional things, I think that helps me have a better relationship with fitness instead of like just vanity metrics and how I look and all those things. But yeah, I just feel like I have been
tapping into different interests that I have to sort of give my creative side a little bit of rest. And I think that's okay. I think rest is so productive, and rest looks different for different people and in different stages of your life. Like sometimes for me, creative rest isn't just like not creating. Sometimes it's creating differently, like maybe playing with clay or a different medium. And yeah, it's really cool that I'm able to find this excitement within like working out and running and fitness and moving my body, and starting my own little journey through that, because it's really cool. It's really fun starting your own journey. It almost reminds me of like when you propagate a plant, which let me show you. Today, I propagated these 3 different, these are pothos, right? And I got them from my mom. She let me propagate them because hers are just doing so well. They're so long, and I just feel grateful because I love just collecting plants. But I also really want to do a better job at like taking care of my plants, because I feel like that could go on a whole nother tangent. Let me not. But point is, these all came from one plant, right? But now these extensions of the plant get to be cut off and get to experience their own journey, their own level of growth. And it's really cool because I feel like I get to take a moment to experience my own level of growth through a different area of my life. Whether that's fitness, whether that's like printmaking, because I've always wanted to learn how to print make so I can like make my own patterns on like actual fabric and stuff, like just all kinds of things. I think it's really important for us as creatives and as people in general to explore and to not limit ourselves to just one thing. And I feel like recently I have been limiting myself in some ways. I just have to push myself to explore different sides of myself creatively and not creatively, and really just be in tune with who I am, because we're always constantly changing. So I think it's really important to continue to ask ourselves questions, to continue to move through life with curiosity. And so yeah, that's something that I'm just really trying to implement and do. And I've also found that, like, for me, moving my body in particular has unlocked this self-awareness about myself. Like, I know if I move my body every day, it helps a lot with my anxiety, which is really awesome, because it's nice to also have tools and to learn those things about yourself, and to yeah, I don't know, I hope this makes sense. But yeah, it's really cool to continue to learn so much about yourself, because you'll realize just how much depth there is to you and to being. And I just think that's so cool that we're all just like our own little, it's gonna sound so woo-woo, but hear me out, we're like our own little universes. If we allow ourselves to like get to know ourselves more and more, you'll just uncover so many things, and more things will begin to make sense, I guess. I don't know. I just have been on this path of just like self-discovery and self-acceptance, and it's been a really beautiful journey for me. And yeah, so I think in that same realm of like staying in my comfort zone or exploring, I really want to allow myself to explore more of my art, because I notice that there's some subject matter that I tend to just like stick with, and I just want to keep pushing myself, because I also think that's how you keep yourself interested in the same medium and art, and that's how you also grow. It's just like pushing yourself. So I think as I am feeling stuck with like working on my subscription stuff, which is due in a few days, and there is a little bit of pressure there, I want to come up with something great. I'm finding that there is a lot of boredom in the things that used to interest me, and I just find I need to push myself creatively. I need to accomplish new things as an artist, and I'm really happy because I feel like the subscription service that I'm providing is allowing me to continue to push myself. Like, how can I do something new and bring something new to not only my subscribers but to myself, and uncover this new thing artistically about myself. Yeah, so it's like, it's weird how the same concept can translate in different areas of our lives, and it has translated in different areas of my life. but how it all leads back to the one thing that I'm so passionate about, which is just creating art. And it's just like I need to dive deep and untap different things about myself and different areas of my life. Artistically, I'm finding that the way that I can feel fulfilled as an artist is by doing the same and looking at my art and thinking, okay, how can I push myself further? How can I wow myself even more? And so, yeah, that's just something I've been thinking about. I think that's why I've been really stuck with my concept, because I just want it to be something that I am proud of and not something that I feel like it's just another piece, you know? I just want to continue to grow. And the thing is, there's really beautiful things about staying in your comfort zone or knowing what subject matter is comfortable, but I found that pairing something I'm comfortable with, like ladies, I love drawing ladies, but like pairing that with maybe more perspective, more depth, or something like that can really push myself in ways that I need. And yeah, so that's just what I've been seeking. I've just been seeking exploration in art and sorry, I'm just so excited, and in every area of my life. And yeah, and that just brings me back to the roots, to propagation. How again, every time you snip off a little piece of a plant, it becomes another opportunity for it to grow into its own fulfilled, fruitful version of the same plant. I don't know. It sounds so silly. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, thank you for letting me express myself. Anyway, I am about to go on this run. I am so excited. I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening to me yap. Let me know if any of this makes sense. I feel like just turning the camera on and talking to you guys has allowed me to learn a lot about myself and express myself in a way that I've never been able to. I feel like so much can come from just speaking and allowing your thoughts, your feelings to take up space, because they end up making more sense out in the world than you think they will. And it feels so freeing instead of just keeping them inside of your head, you know? So yeah, thank you for allowing my feelings to take up space, and I appreciate you so much. All right, I am about to go and run.
The beautiful thing about pushing myself out of my comfort zone and allowing myself to start my running journey is that I am able to really embrace the beautiful world around me. I am just so lucky to be surrounded by so much beauty, and the blue sky on this day was just magical. And it's crazy how much magic, how much beauty, how many wonderful things just coexist with us, and it's something that I am so grateful for. And this sort of journey of just existing and going out and moving my body has been a beautiful one, and has been one that has shifted my energy in such a wonderful way.
Hello, do you like this angle? I don't know why. I think it's so interesting. I kind of like it. So we're gonna go with it. But I am back from my run, and I actually took a shower and did my makeup, and I put my hair into this cute half up, half down situation that I really like. But I wanted to talk about something that I feel like everybody says, but I didn't believe them, and now I believe them. But working out really does play a really big impact on your mood. And for me, I feel like it has affected my mood in such a positive way. And now that I've moved my body, got some sunshine and everything, I feel really energized and excited to draw, even if it doesn't come out the way I want it to. Even if I don't like the result, I'm excited to approach the page and to feel productive, and my energy feels really good. So this is a reminder to move your body. It doesn't need to be running. It doesn't need to be anything like high intensity. It can be walking, but go outside, see the sun. I think as artists, it's really easy for us to be caught up in just drawing and being inside and being hermits, because a lot of us are just introverts. But I think it's really important for us to take the time to go out and see the world, and because we are part of nature, we are part of this world. I feel like we are constantly just affected by nature in a positive way, in a beautiful way. That's why when it rains, we're like all cozied up. But that's why when it's sunny, and I don't know, I just think we're meant to embrace it and to be out in the world and to move and to, just be. So take some time to just be today, especially if you're feeling stuck. I just think it really has helped me, and I feel really excited to approach the page. It's crazy how that all connects, right? If you were to ask me like a year or two ago, if I could connect moving my body to drawing, creating, I don't think I would, but it's crazy how this feeling is, and I really love this feeling, and I want you guys to feel happy too. So do whatever makes you happy, you know? And if that means going on a little walk, go on a little walk, get your steps in, maybe even grab a cute little coffee while you're out there, you know? But yeah, I guess we are gonna go ahead and get into some drawing. I will probably do some sketching in private before I get into showing you guys the sketch, only because I feel like sometimes the sketching process can be kind of boring to watch, and I feel like just coloring is maybe more interesting, but to you, we'll just be hopping into the sketching. So yes, I'll see you in the next clip. Make sure you take care of yourself. I hope you're doing so well, and I'm sending you all my love.
I have to admit that taking this time to give myself what I need and to move my body, to take things slow, has led to me approaching the page with so much excitement. And yeah, look at the sketch that I came up with. I love it so much. I feel like it's so different than what I am used to and what I would normally just draw intuitively. And it all just came from me taking things slow and following my heart and reflecting and moving my body and filling my own cup. And I think there's a lot of power in filling your own cup and giving yourself what you need as a person, and how easily that can translate into the areas of your life that you are passionate about. And yeah, so here I go. I am beginning to add some flat color, and I still did feel the tension here when it came to filming. So I have to admit that I didn't film the entire process of me putting in the color, but I have to say that I felt a little bit less tension than normal because of just the sheer passion of creating. And I have to also admit that I think that when there is tension to film yourself when you're drawing, that is a sign to just not. I think drawing and creating can be such an intimate process. The journey to get there is intimate too. And so I like to take that tension as a sign to not and to do what I need to do in order to enjoy the process a little bit more. Anyways, I hope your biggest takeaway from this video is to give yourself what you need, to listen to your heart, as corny as it sounds, and to know that no part of you is too much and your inner voice is there for you to listen to it. I think a lot of times we are trying to keep up, but when we take time to sort of slow down, to embrace the everyday, the little moments, and to listen to our body, our thoughts, and to pay attention to the beautiful world around us, life becomes so much more fulfilling, beautiful, and our art begins to reflect that too. So yeah, thank you so much for being here with me and for just being a part of the journey and for letting me express myself, share my story, share my thoughts and my art. And I am so grateful for you. And I will see you next week. Until then, take care. Okay, so this is what I've gotten done so far, and I love it so much. It feels so cozy. I feel really happy and proud with how it's coming along so far. I love how vibrant, I closed it. I love how vibrant the colors are. Like even from far away, you can
see the colors, which is so nice. And just my goal was to create something that feels really immersive. I really want to do more like complex paintings where it's more like a person and an environment. Just something that feels very natural, I guess. I don't know, but I love it. And I can't wait to render some more. But yes, now that I've dedicated some time to working on this today, it's probably about time that I get onto some other work that I need to get done. So yeah, I'm probably gonna take some time to stretch, move my body, go pet my bunny, and then I am going to get back to work. Oh, also, I want to apologize for not filming my process as well lately. I've been having a lot of tension when it comes to filming my process while I'm painting. I just want to curl up and be like with my knees to chest. You can't even see. Let me move this down. I just want to be like this with my iPad just curled up in my chair, and that's not aesthetic to film, and it's obviously hard for you guys to see the actual painting process. So yeah, I've just been kind of giving myself what I need in this moment and just allowing myself to be as comfortable as I need to be to work on this, and it's been making my process so much more enjoyable. Maybe I'll also share like a little bit of the time-lapse process so at least you guys can kind of see how the colors fell in. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do a little bit better, but at the same time, I think as artists it's important to I feel like the art comes first in some ways. And so if you're someone who sometimes feels a little bit of tension when it comes to filming yourself, it's okay to not film all the time. It's okay to give yourself what you need. And for me, what I needed was just to have the space to be cozied up and to create freely. And I'm really happy with how my piece is coming along. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna go stretch now.